I will go through it as Metal Knuckles, get a firm second, and roll with it. I don't need to be hypers. I mean, I can go without being the best character in the game. At least let me be the second best character. That's all I ask. It is not much. Yeah, Tails' doll inability to jump or float significantly makes it really hard to bounce off springs and get on higher platforms and all the stuff that is generally important to winning. Let's see if I remember all the Sonic Emblem coins are. I think there might have been one up here. Yeah. And there was one, what, back over on one of these pyramids too. Yep. Yeah, this one probably has the easiest coins. I'm not sure where the fifth one is off the top of my head, but I imagine I will find it on my adventures. I'm pretty sure that's just lying out in the middle of nowhere somewhere. Yes, nowhere somewhere, but somewhere in this vicinity. And how did Tails' doll pass me? Is it because this game has too many different... Yeah, here it is. I am so confident that that is an easy thing to get. I will just get it next time because I was too lazy to stop and work with this game's definition of momentum to work out how to do it. Want to go in time through another world. I was just in time through another world. I got that seventh. I freaked out because I thought I missed that. But anyway, why does it have an S for the coins? Why is there a little S on the icon for the coins in the bottom left corner? The coins are not printed with S's, they're printed with Sonics on them. And why is my capture device so laggy? Hopefully it's still recording. That's all I care about. I mean, I know there's probably gonna be wacky flickering. Because, oh yeah, look at the torches, guys. They are two sprites of a torch superimposed over each other so that you get the full torch effect no matter where you look at them, as long as you're looking from a sort of horizontal angle. Yeah, you have to look at them dead on. From above they would look like T's that are orange. Or possibly right side torches lying on their side on the top. They would look weird. Yeah, I mean, the Sega CD or whatever the crap this came out of, I don't know what it's called. I had it for the Sega CD, it was used for the computer, it wasn't actually on the Genesis disk drive or whatever initially played Sega CDs. I don't know. I was not a Sega child. I still get angry when discussing PlayStation 1 and Sega because they weren't Nintendo 64s, which were, or GameCubes for that matter, which were legitimately better than both. But, so take me back in time through another... But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, this game can't live up to Super Mario 64's amazing 3D models like Bob-omb, Chuckya, Bully, King Bob-omb, Wiggler. Probably everything else that originated in that game. Trying to think. I guess iRock was just all blocky. It's sort of funny when you think about it, because like they had the character that was made out of bricks just because they have, or I don't know, probably contributing factor might have been that it was easy to program. I mean, they didn't put any, oh, I guess they did put a giant quote-unquote round boo, but why did they, I guess the fact boos have tails sort of ruined the, but they didn't just use a white circle sprite to pretend it was an orb like they did for Bob-ombs. And I'm not sure why I'm talking about Super Mario 64 in this, but I clearly am. Let's use Chibi Egg Robo for the Radiant Emerald, and I guess I'll have to run through this 3 times. Once with him, once with Eggman, and once with Super Sonic. Although I don't think I'm going to be unlocking Eggman just yet because you have to win everything, if I recall correctly, and I'm not going to win against Super Sonic. I'm not gonna do anything. So I guess like every 20 rings or something, this guy gets a missile. I mean, he has really nice handling, but in this game, speed is a lot more important than handling because you can bounce into a wall, and as long as you're going fast for the straightaways that make up a decent chunk of the course, you're fine. But yeah, he either has regenerating or ring-based bombs that can shoot very close in front of him and don't have any accuracy. Yeah, great. I mean, this is really the worst course to do it on, I think, but it's not doing all that well. It sort of just pushes them ahead. It's not really a permanent threat. No, look at me. How am I bloody second? You're the one that makes me feel so high. You're my diamond in the sky. Something. Da, da, da. So Rainbow Road looks less like it's made out of grossish plastic. I don't know. So once again, apologies, but this course is actually sort of long compared to the other ones. And I don't want to race through with Robo. You saw what he did. Instead of jumping, he can shoot really slow missiles. I'm just going to go through Supersonic first because it guarantees the win, and second because I can show off the alternate music for this track, which isn't too amazing considering it is also the title theme of the game, but it is still an interesting Easter egg that if you play Supersonic Racing, the title theme of the game will play here instead of Diamond in the Sky, which is okay because Diamond in the Sky is actually sort of like tied with Work It Out for a song that is least remarkable in this game. But yeah, I mean, Supersonic Racing is relatively remarkable, and Living in the City and Can You Feel the Sunshine, and to some extent Back in Time or whatever the third levels is called. Those are all very remarkable songs. I would be upset not to hear them, but this one I like more than Diamond in the Sky, so that's cool. Right on the ground, there's Supersonic Racing. Something times. Supersonic Racing. Yeah, this sort of has, I don't know if you, I wouldn't call them funny lyrics because, or even like unintentionally funny because they're bad or anything type lyrics. They're just, it has lyrics. That's all I can say about it. And they're interesting mostly because I like the song and the ironic effect of it being in the Sonic Racing game, which is known for its like heavy metal type, or well, it's now known for heavy metal. I don't know what it's known for. Quit asking me. But it doesn't really fit in with the current opinions or image of Sonic, and that's probably why I like this game the most, because the old school image of Sonic was stupid, like, oh, 2D is the best D. I like games that are very dull and worse than Super Mario World. Yeah, that whole school of thought is okay, I guess. It's better than the thought that new games are better, but I still like some of the newer games and don't really like the elitism there. And then Sonic is acting like some retarded idea of cool from the 80s and recent games, which admittedly is probably cooler than like most things that are actually part of pulp culture, but yeah, I don't like it. This, he's 3D, bulky, not a good game that is easy to play like the Genesis games. Yet the characters are still cartoony and there's no emphasis on story, and there are unnecessary characters, but there's no reason for them to be in there. They're just in there because a racing game like this totally needs a lot more characters and tracks.